with strong black women. I grew up with strong people around me that told me I was getting beat the fuck up. And I was making a whole lot of fucking money. And I was beautiful.
You didn't leave.
I did not leave. Wow. At some point, you have to take ownership. Yes, it does start with that's what you saw and you didn't have a dad. Okay, he moved with his dad and his mom didn't show him, but you have to take ownership. Right. At some point, you have a fucking mental issue, whether you're the abuser or you're the abusee. I don't know if that is a word.
No,
but if
it's a word today. It's a word today.
You know what I'm saying? At some point, you have to take ownership, because after 5 years, 6 years of me getting beat the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. In the beginning, I didn't have my mom because she was going through her own shit. But once my mom did find out, I went through my mom chasing this man down the street. My mom fucking up his car, my mom fucking him up, and me still going back to him. My brother trying to fight this grown-ass man. My little brother, my brother is 3 years older than me. We're grown now, but he was 3 years younger than me then, and that's who I was taking care of, fighting this man and everybody disowning me. At some point, you have it's a mental disorder, and you are trapped in that. And I was trapped in that for years in my prime when Mac knew me. Yeah, I was the shit. I had a whole lot of money. It was so many things.
Tip, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy is, like, one time, maybe the old Tip, she just left because he punched her teeth out. I'm like, who? They said it like it was so regular, like, she's alright, so I feel like maybe she's fighting him back too, and just her teeth fell out, like, whatever. But
I mean, I'm a feisty female. I'm very, like, I'm gonna hit your ass first, even if I don't know beat my ass. That's how I am. But I was raised aggressively. I come from an aggressive mother that don't play nothing. If this bitch talking about you, you punch her in the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I come from that because of the way my mom was raised. So I'm against it, but it doesn't make it right for any man to feel like because I'm feisty that you can overpower me. It doesn't make it right. At some point, you know, everybody has to take ownership, and for me, it's not my fault that I felt weak. You know what I'm saying? It's from what I come from. It's my background. It's my upbringing. So the only thing I want to do is teach the future, my son. You do not, listen, when I talk to my son, you better not ever lay your hands on a female. And the most compliments I get about my son is that he's very caring. Your son has so much respect. Your son opens the door for the teachers. He opens the doors for the women. That might mean little to you, but for me, coming from where I come from and what I was raised under, it means the world.
Yeah. Salute to you for that.
Yeah, because no, honestly, because you're fighting to save your son so that he doesn't become what you've been through, which is the same thing your mother did.
Tears of anything else. When I look at my son, everything is against me. I'm black. I'm a stripper. I'm a single mother. I come from the hood. I come from nothing. Everything is against me. So when I look at my son, and you know, I try to think about my mom. I know when she looks at me, and when she looks at my brother, she's proud. It didn't come out to where, you know what I'm saying, I'm still feisty, I still do my shit, I still have my fuck ups, and it has a lot to do with, but from where I came from. But at the end of the day, my mom's morals are in me. So when I'm talking to my son and I'm dealing with him, I'm stern, I'm aggressive. You better not. You better not ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with my brother right now. It was only me and my brother with my mom. He's an abuser. You know what I'm saying? It takes takes a lot for a mother and a sister and your family. And this is why I posted this stuff the other night. Nobody knows my business. I posted it the other night because it's my brother. It was only me and him with my mom. My brother is a woman beater. He didn't have no dad. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it happened once or twice. It keeps happening. And it's happening right now. And I'm this person that has a big platform. You know what I'm saying? And I've been through it. And my mom been through it. I was weaker than my mom, but we all been through it. So to watch a man that we're raising, that we were all he had, that anything goes wrong, we're the only two that has his back to do this. it's hurtful. But also it's hurtful when I'm telling her, or my mom is telling her, my son has a problem. For me, my brother has a problem. Leave him alone. It takes a lot. It takes a lot coming from where we come from. We're not doing this because we don't know. We know it takes a lot. I'm going through this right now. And it bothers me because I'm a strong woman. I overcome a lot. My heart, like even with my brother and everything that's going on right now, my mom, I trained my heart to be cold. I can't deal with that. I can't see my nephew. I can't see his first steps. I can't see his first smiles because my brother fucked that up. At the end of the day, he don't even care. Today he texts me, oh, I'm gonna have another baby. I'm gonna have my own baby. My mom is at home sick. I'm sick. I have to deal with this, but I'm a person that has a spotlight and I'm supposed to be so perfect. And I have a son, I have a young son that is following in your footsteps. And you can't, my brother is the only man that should be or can be in my son's life. And you can't even look up to him. So I have to go extra hard.
But nobody's perfect, and that's one thing that I heard Dr. Tasha was saying too. I think I learned that too in reality TV. You all made me cry because I was trying to hold it down. Okay, I kept going like this. I think, yeah, you ready too? Yeah, I wiped mine off, because I wanted to try to be that strong girl from Queens that you could do it too. You can make this money. You can do whatever. But it came off a different way. At the end of the day, when you show the fuck ups, when you show how we all are human, they can relate. And I think that's what needs to be seen, because at the end of the day, I'm noticing so much more about you today. Like, you're fucking and thank you. The shit that your brother is doing, that no reflection of you and your mom. That's all reflection.
But it does. You know why?
It doesn't.
Can I ask a question?
It reflects on your dad, and the shit that he didn't see was love. You know what I'm saying? Growing up. You know what I'm saying? He may have seen affection, but he didn't see how a woman is supposed to love a man is supposed to love a woman. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the fucked up part about it.
So what was your question?
My question, I just have one question. Did your brother witness domestic violence in the home?
He did. He did.
Okay,
so he did.
And it's a learned behavior. So he witnessed it. He became a perpetrator. You witnessed it.
But see, my brother has a daughter, the first daughter, and she's 8, and his son is like not even 1 yet. The way he loves his daughter, we felt like it was because the way his dad never loved him, because he loves. But it also comes from my niece's mother. They're a respectful woman. They're Trinidadian. They're island. And not that makes a difference, but they're very, you know how island people are, very womanly. They cook, they clean, they're family oriented. It's only us 3 in our family. You know what I'm saying? It's them and like 50 others. Like when it's Thanksgiving and Christmas, we go to their house. So that is instilled in that. Their grandma like crochets blankets with my niece and things like that. We don't come from that. So with his first baby mom, with my niece's baby mom, we knew that their relationship wasn't going to work out because of the domestic violence. It wasn't that bad, but it was there. We knew morally that my mom wouldn't have to worry about not seeing her grandchild, or my mom wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So now with this one, from the beginning, before the baby was born, we knew that if it wasn't the domestic violence, it was going to be child support, or it was going to be, I'm going to take your grand. We knew this, you know what I'm saying? And now that's what we're going through. And what happened was that it happened so, and it's so crazy because my mom is probably going to be highly upset that I'm talking about this. My brother is probably, I don't know. But at the end of the day, to me, it might be a way for us to get help, or
but it's helping you release some of it too. Yeah.
So, like with my nephew, my mom did. Now this girl, I knew from the beginning it was gonna be something different. I didn't like her. I don't know what it was, but my spirit didn't take her, and I go off of energy and spirit from day one. I never got extra close with her. My brother and my mom, my brother doesn't like authority. He doesn't like the way my mom and I are like this. You know what I'm saying? Then he has hatred and resentment for my mom for always beating him and yelling at him, being a single mother, raising him, doing nothing else, being his ride or die. You know what I'm saying? He has a problem with that, which is cool because you didn't have your dad. So to me, you have bitch ways. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's what it is. That's what it was. You have bitch ways. Because your mom has done nothing but been there for you. But we have to learn to embrace that and understand that. But it took me to get older to realize, you know what? You know, my dad, me not having my dad affected me in different ways than it affected him. It affected him more. Cool. So now he has his daughter. His daughter loves us, the family, whatever. Now we have the son. We knew the mother wasn't fit. Now she has the baby. They go through. Now, the mother doesn't have a big family like that, or her mom, you know, they have their own fucked up family situation. It's only her. So now, she has her baby. I knew she shouldn't have had a baby. My brother knew. I mean, not my brother. My mom knew she shouldn't have. But my brother going against me and my mom, not talking to me and my mom, because my mom done called the police on him for beating her ass a couple of times, because she done called my mom 3, 4 o'clock in the morning 1,000,000 times. Now, my mom cool. My mom's sexy, but my mom is old. And that's what they're failing to realize. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be going through, you know what I'm saying? Women go through menopause, they go through everything. She can't see, she's looking at, this is different to us. But she's getting old, but she's still fine, she's still pretty. So them two being younger, I think they take advantage of that.
They might not even realize that because of the appearance that she's aging.
That, or maybe how cool she is.
Right.
But at the end of the day, she still has feelings, and she still has heart. She, like, my mom, to her, because she had no family before us, her family, her grandkids is everything.
Right.
She lives, she breathes these kids. So my nephew, my brother's girl, he's been beating her up. You know what I'm saying? I've learned, because I have my own goals, and I have things, like, I feel like I have to make it for my family.
Keep going. Keep going.
It's only us 3. I feel like I have to make it for us.
And you have to keep
because
going.
Nobody has succeeded. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I work, and everybody, you know how I work. I go to the strip club, I go to the studio, I go to be a mom, I go to football practice, I go back to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my everyday thing. I do it for my family. Because I want to buy my mom a house. I want my mom I want her to be stress-free. I want her to be relaxed. You know what I'm saying? I want my brother to free him of all his demons and all his troubles. Like, I want to be able to pay for that. My son, whatever it is that you want to do, I want to pay for that. So when I work for them. Now with my brother and my mom and everything that's going on right now, his girl, she has no backbone. Like, her family, she has her Trinidadian grandma or whatever. Her grandma tells her, oh, it's okay. He'll beat her up. She'll call my mom. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Come get me, screaming, yelling, crying. Guess what my mom does? Go get her.
Go get her.
Go get her. After warning her 1,000,000 times, my son has a problem. You need to leave him. You can come live with me. I have a 1-bedroom apartment. You can go live with my daughter. You can live with her, you know what I'm saying? Or you can come live with me in my 1-bedroom apartment and you'll be safe because my son not gonna fuck with me. One thing about it, my brother is not gonna fuck with me or my mom. He ain't gonna fuck with me or my brother, and I tell her that.
That's crazy.
And my mom tells her, you could come stay with me. And you can get on your feet, and whatever it is that you have to do, you can do it and get you and your baby and go back to Jacksonville or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Guess what this girl does every time? Go back to my brother. And then guess what my brother feels like? My mother is against him, so he's calling my mom stupid bitch, I hate you, I can't fuck with you, So now he's still with this girl in his house. They living together. But he's hating on my mom because she called the police or she's telling this girl to leave him. Now you're causing a bigger problem, which is fine. Which is fine because as women, as humans, we want to help you. We'll deal with all that other stuff. We'll deal with it later. We want to help you. She stays with him. She has a baby, whatever. They go through incidences with my nephew. Like I told my mom, after some point, which I can accept that I'm wrong, but it's at some time, like I have my own life, I have my own son, I get tired. Mom, stop answering the phone for them. Stop answering the phone because they're fucking up your sleep. My mom has menopause, she has all type of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? As an older woman, stop calling her. But also, Ma, you're letting them use you. You're letting them walk over you. You know why this girl calls you and not her own mother and her own grandma? Because you keep answering the fucking phone. Stop answering the phone. They're using you.
No, she's been rotated between her son.
No, her son don't even want to, at this point,
but mentally he's rotating her because that hurts her.
And he's also, right,
yeah.
And he's also, he does, when she reaches out to him, you know, as a mother, he does use that against her.
Yeah.
He does. And to me, because I've been in her situation before, and I know that she's mentally, and I'm trying to tell my mom, it's not just her son that's mentally ill. She's mentally ill also. Because if you're, you know, motherhood kicks in, and if you're letting someone do this to you in front of your baby, you don't, it's also something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is what I'm going through, like, right now in my life, trying to deal with that, because my mom is my word. My mom is my word. So to see her, it bothers me. And then to see that it comes from something that stems from different generations. You know what I'm saying? It bothers me. And then the fact that with this girl, like, she called me tonight and she's like, oh, I promise you not. I knew she was gonna call. When I made the post the other day about domestic violence, at first I was just talking about me and my own.
I turned that as about you, like, you know what I mean? So I never even knew, you know.
The last story was about my brother and her. So she called me tonight. No, okay, let me go back. With her going through everything with my brother, eventually my mom threatened her and said, I'm gonna call CPS. If you stay with him, I'm gonna call CPS, because at this point my mom has no dealings with my brother because he hates her. He hates her for going against him, calling the police and talking to her and telling her to leave him. My mom tells her, I'm gonna call CPS. It's just a threat.
What your mom really was doing was trying to save him from doing any bad damage that could get him in jail.
She's just doing what a grandma's back up against the wall. This girl calls her.
Exactly.
She don't call her grandma and nobody else. So then a couple months later, they go through something. She calls my mom go over there, whatever. Then she goes through something again. And then my mom calls the police to the house. My mom meets the police at the house. And then my mom is talking to the police, telling them the story. The police goes and asks the girlfriend the problem. She said, oh no, everything's good. My mom went off. My mom outside, you stupid bitch, da 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 da. You know, I mean, we from the hood. She gets wrapped in here. She's hurt. This is a lady that is hurt, that is fighting this battle against her son on her own. She goes off. The police tell my mom, look, man, if you don't calm down, we gotta take you to jail.
Right, yeah.
My mom's still going off. They eventually get her into the car. She leaves. That was the last incident. Yeah. That was one incident before the last. Now the last incident happens. And my mom goes over there because she's like, oh, this is the worst. He almost choked me, almost died, da 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 da. My mom called CPS. She already threatened you months ago. She should have been called CPS. So now this time my mom called CPS. My mom is very close to my nephew. You know, the girl don't have nobody like that, like my mom, to take care of the baby and help the baby or whatever. Now where we're at, which is bothering me the most because it bothers my mom, is the fact that this girl is scorned
and keeps the baby from my mom. And they play little jokes and games on her. You're sending my mom pictures of the baby, but she can't see him. Your grandma's called my mom saying, hey, you can see my nephew, you know, you can see your grandbaby today. And then texting her back, oh, we got to take a ring check.
Why is the girl doing that when she is the one who was always calling your mom's phone?
Because she's young and she's young, number one, and she doesn't have that support system around her, just like I told her today. Because let me tell you, the reason I did those posts is because of that. My mom texted me, telling me what they said, and my mom is excited and she's getting everything ready for the baby and and then they text her, like, we got to do a ring check. So now, and after I've been telling my mom, let these people fight their demons, let them go, you have to give them time.
Yeah.
This ain't something that we can control. This is not nothing we can help. My brother has a problem. We can't help this.
Yeah, you can
This
only
is
do so
something he
much.
has to deal
A
with
grown
God.
man.
Until he's ready to seek help.
And the same thing, but also, it's not just my brother with a problem. She has a problem. When, first of all, before it was cute, it's whatever you wanted it to be, it was okay. But you have a baby now. Now it's motherhood.
Right.
Where's your mother?
Is it like
your
the
mother
Stockholm
instinct?
thing, like what they talking about Stockholm syndrome, where they start loving your abuser, your attacker, kind of like with the R. Kelly, and you start loving it. I'm not saying loving what the abuse is, but
Listen,
you
with
don't want
her,
nothing bad to happen to
the
that
girl
person.
is, listen, his first baby mama is very soft-spoken. She comes from a family, whatever. They had their little run-ins. It wasn't as bad because she wasn't as aggressive. Now this girl comes from a background where there's no motherly support, you know what I'm saying? So she kind of is like my mom, rock hard and aggressive with everything. So when you talk to her and you look at her, like, it's just like talking to me, you'll be like, man, this bitch smart, she know what she doing, da-da-da-da.
So
but it's just because we have a hard background. She has a hard background, and that's what I felt like with her. But really, at the end of the day, to me...
But it's a hard exterior for a soft inside.
But in my words, she's dumb as hell. But that's because she wasn't raised around people that's telling her, like, look, this is not what you're supposed to do. But it is a soft, it is a soft interior. But me being the aunt and involved, like, I have my aggressive ways, which also don't help. And me telling my mom, give up on her, give up on him, and whatever. But for me, after a while, it gets tiring.
Yeah.
It gets tiring.
Damn, yeah, I wish we had like
And I'm so mad
10 hours for this, right?
Yeah, man, we gotta have her back, man. We gotta have you back. We ran over. We ran over about 35 minutes, but I could not stop it. So amazing. We had tears, we had laughter, we had everything that a producer would
No,
want.
but this is so relevant to what's going on.
Hey, can you come back?
No, seriously.
You will. All right.
We gonna hold you to that.
Any last words? Can we get the professional here? I'll give her the mic. We can wrap this.
Yeah, let her.
Okay, so, I mean, I heard a lot. And it would take years to dissect the feelings and emotions that surround what you're experiencing as a woman. When you experience things like this, you begin to suffer from PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. It causes depression, it causes anxiety, a lot of fear, which in turn makes motherhood hard, makes working hard, makes life hard, makes loving hard. So until we decide to heal, when we make the decision, and you said something that was very relevant, until the victim wants help, there's nothing you can do. Right. It's like a spin top. It's just gonna keep spinning that same circle. It just keeps tilting, but it never stops, right? So you have to begin to, once you've done all you can do to help someone, you do your best. You have to decide, me or them. It's me or them. Now that's a very hard thing to decide, especially for a parent. Me or them, me or my daughter, me or my son, that's hard. Because we can go all into death and they'll still be living, right? But at some point you get tired. And mentally, you have to figure out what's gonna work for you. Because until that person is ready, you're gonna be running in a circus. It'll be, again, sold out show every single time, same show, different state, different time, different place, same scenario. And until you are tired, you will be in that same place with them. Because what happens is we become an enabler. We assist them with this behavior.
And that's what's
we
going
babysit the behavior.
And moms will come in
and that's what
for
your
her
mom's
because
doing.
that's why she's able to keep going to your mom because she
Right.
knows.
Absolutely.
But I mean,
So
even
until
today,
your responses change, because if you, until
my
the
mother
response
go, I
changes.
told a girl today, stop calling my mom, don't reach out to mom, you, your grandma, don't call my mom, don't text my mom, don't give her no update on the baby. If y'all don't want her around the baby, don't give her no update on the baby.
Right.
Leave her alone, because the girl was like, oh, because she has a restraining order against my brother for a year. She said, oh, the restraining order is for a year, I need a year, but I need a year to get myself together. You really are mad because my mom saved you, is what she's like, oh, your mom called CPS. My mom saved you and she saved your baby, because if my mom didn't call CPS and make you have to get a restraining order, you would have been back with my brother, and ain't no telling what the fuck was going on. But also, what they don't realize is that it's a system. CPS cannot just take your baby. Even though she called the baby, it starts, you know, they have to come to your house and you have to prove to them that you're fit parent. So it might make him stop hitting you, or it might make you leave.
And they put interventions into place. Did they refer him to domestic violence?
They didn't get that far yet, because both of them was like, they're just mad at the world or mad at my mom for calling CPS. So they're just, I don't think they, no. And then grandparents have no legal rights. And in her mind, oh, you call CPS, you wanted my baby taken from me, you can't see my baby. And she told me today, she's like, oh, a year is the injunction. You and your mom can see him after a year through me, but he has to go through courts. You're mad at him. Every post that you, and I've tried to be the only one, because I never liked the girl. I never liked her. My spirit wouldn't take her. I never liked her. Now, this shit happened with my mom. My mom's been extra friendly with her, and I'm telling my mom, I don't like her, whatever. Now, with this situation, when she got the restraining order with my brother, and she walked into court with just my nephew and her, you know, I broke down, because I know what it is to be in your position, to not, I don't know. She didn't have anyone. She doesn't have anyone. Me and my mom are her backbone, but we're at court with my brother, defending my brother on a domestic violence. So I broke down and I started talking to her. But after that day, you know, I told her, I said, look, if there's anything you need, if you need anybody to talk to, whatever, call me. She was mad at my mom for calling CPS. She's mad at my brother for beating on her. So I wanted to be the one, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm the one that don't like her.
Yeah.
But I know what you're
going
through.
But you being the bigger person, though.
And I did, and I texted her, and we would text, hey, how you doing? How's the baby doing? Are you okay? Whatever. And we would do that. And we still do that. Yeah. But what messed it up is when my mom was like, oh, her grandma told me I could see the baby, and then took it back from her. Now I feel like you're playing with us. Yeah. You playing with me. You playing with my mom just because I'm being nice. You're playing with us. So